Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them.
Damn, Maybach number one. Nigga just say that. Maybach number two. What are you gonna say? Maybach number three. What the fuck is going on? That's my deal. I don't want to keep standing around with you. I'm tired of being out here. I need my life back. Ain't no bars out there. Look, it's empty. Change to the boy. I'm just saying. I'm going to lay back. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't want to keep standing. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm about to drop it, they go with the Maybach. Ain't no more runners until they stay back. I know the fucking they come and relate that. I know the singles are getting outdated. You want a picture, that nigga just say that. You want a picture, that nigga just say that. Fucking this bitch with that latex. Ain't trim. I know this bitch on the limb. Charging the Amex. Bitch with film. I wanna catch it on film. Call it the payback. Bitch, that nigga on me. Go on the crib, let it crib. Chocolate, baby, get chills. So you give a thrill. Running up, I need more revenue. No one ain't here, you stack up your M's. I'm in the spot and I own it. Go to my keyboard, I'm riding the wheel. I'm working out at the Patriots Stadium gym. I think I wish I my aliens. They come and pay me and they know the drill. Looking on my little lady, getting Mercedes Benz, came out this year. Then I got AMG shop, but that's pay for the year. I'm about to drop it, they go with the Maybach. Okay, I'm on when I put it in. I got a chip on my shoulder. I told you it's over. Blue like the wind. I'm the one on that I don't own pins. Yeah, the job they go with the maybe. Ain't no more winners, I'm telling you, statement. I know this talking, they coming related. I know the singles is getting outdated. You wanna feature that nigga, just say that. You wanna feature that nigga, just say that. Why is everyone using Ninja Train? Yo, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. Let's see if I can get up in here, if it will allow me. There I am. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. We're going to hop right into it today. Happy Sunday. We're going to jump into some paperwork that I have. I already had that paperwork on. I got to grab that paperwork. I just shared it online. So let me see if I can go ahead and tweet that. See if I can tweet that. I thought I did tweet it, actually. Yeah, I did share it. Boom. So what up, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. We're looking at Bitcoin price. Make sure you stack your Bitcoin and chill, as we've been saying for years and years and years. And happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing good. We're going to jump into the Bitcoin price, which you're already looking at here. Head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get $10 free Bitcoin. Get your Fold app. That's all located in the link in the bio. Excuse me. And what we're going to do is got to jump into the TA, man. Let's get right into it. Get right into it. Get right into it. All right, so we're looking at the 30-minute time frame. Matter of fact, we're going to zoom out. First things first. One, two, three, four. For the last month, we've been in this range here. Look at that. We hit our UFO 1.6, almost hit the 1.618. And let's zoom out. We're going to zoom out a little bit here, but looking at the weekly, I did draw this a long time ago. We have our next target at 140, and the last target is 160. All right, so let's zoom out here. Let's look at the daily time frame. It's pumping crazy, pumping crazy. We have a excuse me, inverse head and shoulder, which was shown a while ago. That's how I got these targets here. We do have our Fibonacci retracement was from, what is that starting at? From, looks like we were doing a local high, local low, gave us our Fibonacci retracement levels, which are here, and we hit all of them. we're still above the, we're still on the 20-day moving average on the daily, so that looks good. 200-day moving average is down at 100,000. We're going to look at CoinGlass to see what's going on with the trades, which a lot of people are over leveraged trading. We hit that alert after we get above here, and I'll do an alert once we lose 116 here. All right, cool. So that's your daily. We'll go ahead and, I guess we'll keep this up. We'll do a new Fibonacci from the local high to low. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on that. So we're looking at the 4 hour time frame. Okay, now that we're zoomed in, this is not looking too good on the 4 hour time frame. Red dot, red diamond. We're at the 200 day moving average on the 4 hour. Yeah, not looking good. So let me go back to the daily now that I have market cipher pulled up. All right, looks like we could. It's not looking good though. Look at all the selling pressure wicking on the daily. We got 4 more hours. So at 8 o'clock, this will be a new candle. Looks like we could start to turn up though. Weekly, let's look at. We have a green dot on the weekly, but we're selling, so that's something to look out for. But on the 4 hour, we are selling. We are selling off. So we're looking at that. Let's jump down to the 2 hour, my favorite time frame. We're looking at a bounce possibly here. Yeah, we're coming down, guys. We can come back down and touch 117. If we lose the 200 day moving average, we're going to head lower. But we do have support right here, so should be Gucci. We're going to wait and see. And then we have our hourly time frame. So looking at the hourly time frame, I usually don't have all these indicators. Let's take these off. Okay. If we're going to turn around, which I don't think we will, based on what I'm looking at here. If we break again, that's why I have the alert here. If we break here, we're going lower. If we can hold, we can definitely head higher. Target would be 121,000. That would be your first target. Let's go ahead and for that emoji. Okay, can't find it. That would be my first target. If we're gonna head down lower, let me do that. Let me do reversal. Guess we can do a local. It'll be 112. 115. 116. So 116 will be my target for the downside. Boom. That would be my TA for BTC right now. Either we head higher and hit the 121, we head lower, we're going to go down to 116. So we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out. But again, looking at the 4 hour, we're looking like we're going to sell off. This could change. 1 hour, Could be a bear flag forming. We do have a this would be a higher low. Okay, so we could either be doing a bear flag here, or we could be doing the inverse bar. This could be another inverse head and shoulders forming. And if that's the case, that target would be right in line with the 2.618. All right, so this is a very long time before that gets drawn out. What's that? What's that? That would be by the end of the week. We'll see how this plays out. I could be 100% wrong, but that's what I see on the time frame possibly happening. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into MicroStrategy. I've seen a lot of people been crying about MicroStrategy here, but we could be a bear flag, and if this is a bear flag, let me be the target for the bear flag. One low. That. So, all right. So we got a couple different things that could transpire here. I wonder what we're gonna do. You guys think we had lower, or do you think we had higher? Selling off selling off a lot right now. So that would be my target level headed down lower. I think that we bounce here, hopefully, and then we can continue to head higher. But now that this is not looking good at all. You see my 20-day moving average? Look at my 20-day moving average, guys. As soon as we break under the 20-day moving average, we have we start to come down. As soon as we start to come down, you can see money flow is also coming down. Look at that. Under the 20-day moving average, we're below the zero. That's automatic sells. We're coming down. Money flows leaving. Automatic sells. Look at this. Money flow left. Boom, with that. Boom, retouch. So what I was looking at is here, as soon as the moving average changes to black, that's your sells. Boom. When it's blue, that's your buys. Breaks down under, doesn't reclaim that high. Breaks down, boom. bounces, comes down. Under the 20-day moving average, breaks all the way down. Turns black, money flow in the red, everything headed down. RSI, stochastic RSI heading down. This headed down. Everything's just pointing to sells. I wasn't paying any attention to the charts during this sell off. Boom. But we just been selling. A little bit of money flow, then sell off, and a little bit of money flow, sell off, a little bit of money flow, then sell off. So we're headed down here. Money flow looks down. Money flow came down negative 34. This was when? July 31st. So, okay. Let's look at this 15-minute chart. And you have a red dot here. Everything's starting to come down. That's when you have your sell off. And again, lower, this is your high, higher low, higher low, low, lower high. Breaks down under the 200 and the 20 here. Money flow deep in the red. All right, so underneath the 20 and the 200, that means sells. Above the 20 and the 200, that means buys. So right now, again, see, looks like we are just waiting to see if we break down this bear flag, but looks like we could be heading up here. And yes, we have our green dot here, so we shall see, we shall see. Market strategy, I did a high to low. Came up just short of 423. We got 414, $10 short. And then we started to sell right off. Boom. If we break this level here, we're headed down lower, but the 200-day moving average is right here. I think we could possibly tap it, but again, let's look at the money flow, and market cipher is not looking too good for market strategy right now. Boom. Weekly. 2 hour. 1 hour. Yeah. In the red, in the red, in the red. Broke down below the 20 and the 200. As you can see here, retested the 20 and the 200. Drop. Bear flag. Drop. You got to be able to identify these type of patterns. Boom. It looks like this. Boom. All right, let's look at Misty. Misty on sale, lower than the entry. This can be your double bottom, low here. Maybe come back down and maybe a little bit lower. Let's look to the left to determine the next possible level. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, there's nothing there. All right, we got green dots on the 4 hour. We're gonna see. This is probably your low, lower low. Come down a little bit more, possibly. All right, that's Misty. Looks like it's on sale. Get you some Misty if you haven't yet. All right, looks good on Misty. So now we're looking at the SPY S&P 500. It looks like we're going to be coming down for the S&P 500. Two-hour looks underneath the zero line, so that's not good. Anytime we come underneath the zero, we have sells. So as you can see here, selling off. Boom. So I think we could possibly sell off. Green dot on the hourly though, underneath the 20. 200 is down at 635. That'll be your possible support levels. Let's see if I can draw that. All right, and now we are going to look at. We did SPY, we did Misty, we did QQQ. Let's look at gold as well. Let's look at QQQ and gold. Probably the same thing. Daily red dot on QQQ, 4 hour. Looks like we just started to come under the, yeah, under the. Give me 1 second. My computer just died. Get that back up in just a second. All right, we're back up. Let me see if I can get this back up and running. Should be able to get this back up and running here. Let me get this sharing screen to share. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I think we back up. Give me 1 second, though. Mute this bad boy before. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. My computer died. All right, so let's continue jumping into QQQs. Look like we could have some sell-offs. I'm pretty sure anybody that trades, you're gonna have some. Yeah, look at this 30-minute. Right, riding the borderline of the 20 and the 200. Looks like we're getting ready to sell off. So I would not be surprised if we continue to sell off. And the Qs, if you do futures trading, what's that? That's NQ, right? 20 moving below the 200. We have a red, so it went from blue to black. Came up, touched the 20, sold off. Came back, retested, sold off. Came back, retested, sold off. So we're gonna see how this plays out. We're gonna look at the 2 hour for NQ. Yeah, looking real bearish. Oh, look at that, red dot on the 1 hour. NQ, we have YM. Looks like we're gonna sell off too. Oh, daily looks good. Looks like it's flagging, to be honest with you. Looks like a little flaggy. Hmm. Yes, same thing as SPY, right? if I'm not mistaken. Yes. I don't know, guys. Looks like things are going to start to head lower, but I don't know, man. 1 hour is not looking good on ES. I like trading ES. All right, we lose this 200-day moving average. It's over with. Let me try that. All right, I just saw. All right, cool. ES and Q. We're gonna look at gold. Last Sunday broke down, came up, retested, broke down, came up, retested, broke down. Underneath the 20 and the 200, the 20 looks like it's getting ready to come on down. Underneath the 200. And you'll probably have the stock doing this or the commodity doing this. Probably come back and test the lows. Cool. Hmm. I think gold starts to sell off unless something major happens. Like, let's look at the DXY. Everything's looking like DXY is about to pump based on the charts of everything. Everything looks like they're about to dump. Weekly DXY looks good for assets. Still have the low 96 here. Look at the daily. Okay. 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 And then we have our 4-hour time frame here. We're looking like it's going to continue to sell off for the VXY, which is good for assets. So hopefully this will continue to be the case. I don't know if you guys are familiar with VIX. Anytime the VIX pumps, stocks dump. Anytime the VIX dumps, stocks pump or dump. If it pumps, stocks dump. If it dumps, stocks pump. So I don't know, man. This is not looking too good on the VIX if we're going by the VIX. All right, so that's going to be it for today's TA. We're going to talk about. Let me grab that piece of paper. Let me grab this paper while I play some tunes for you. Let me grab this document that I just shared. Actually, I shared it on X, so I'll just do it on X. Let me go on X real quick. All right, here it is. All right, so we're gonna jump into this real quick. So lawsuits on lawsuits on lawsuits. That's the name of today's show, the title of today's live stream, because I want you guys to know that it's really not that hard to sue people, guys. Like, and you need to start to learn how to sue because if you don't, they're going to continue to bully you, harass you, do whatever they want to you. So plaintiff, plaintiff is the one bringing those charges or making a claim, right? Plaintiff is the one making a claim. Defendant is the one being sued in this actual case. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have Airport Chrysler Jeep Dodge that's being sued because they are being sued because they. My bad. All right, so they're being sued because they didn't allow me to sign correctly. They didn't allow me to sign correctly or sign as authorized agent, and they pretty much didn't allow me to sign without recourse. Didn't allow me to sign as an authorized agent. So because of that, they're getting sued. And what this is actually a notice of service or summons by the sheriff sent to me, right? So return of service. So return of service, I had to give this to the sheriff's department to. I'll just do a quick little breakdown real quick. All right, guys, let me just break this down for you real quick. When you're suing somebody, you got to look for you got to find the registered agent, right? Once you file your paperwork and you get your claim in, right? You have to get your claim correct, your lawsuit, you got to draft that up correctly. You got to make sure you have your certificate of service. You got to make sure that you're following your state's rules of civil procedures. It's really not that hard, but each state is different. So for the state of Florida, I got to follow the Florida rules of civil procedure and the federal civil procedure, which I think all pretty much line up. So, anyways, once you file your complaint, you then get a summons. A summons is for you to serve. You serve the corporation or whoever you're suing. They have to get a summons. That summons, it's telling them to come to court, right, and to defend themselves. And Answer the actual complaint. If they do not answer the complaint within 20 days, it's an automatic default judgment. So they got 20 days to respond to your complaint and to fight or defend. They're probably going to hit you with the same actual defense every single time. Motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim for which relief can be granted, which is the typical everyday motion that they put in. Right, motion is something that they put in to move to court. So keep that in mind. So this is a return of service. So I got a letter letting me know that I have to let the court know that they were served on the 20th, and this is the paperwork that I got for it. So Airport Chrysler Dodge Jeep is getting sued, and along with all the other people that are being sued. So hit that like, share, subscribe, and we're looking at LimeWire. This is before a lot of events. Oh, look at these songs. Oh my god. So I know about this. Nothing. All right, cool. Jumanji. Yeah, we grew up in the 90s. Shout out to the 90s or 80s, baby. 80s and 90s, baby. So we filing claims. We filing lawsuits, okay? Lawsuit on lawsuit on lawsuit on lawsuit on lawsuit, okay? LVNV, anybody that's reporting on their credit report, the credit agencies that's not listening. Uh, whomever and whoever, whether it be a living person or a corporation, they're all going to get sued if you violate my rights. So let's jump into Bitcoin balance on exchange or Bitcoin exchange liquidation map. We have longs being clapped up 13 billion at 104. So that could definitely happen. We have almost 9.25 billion at 131,000. So 9 billion low, 13 billion low higher. I'm sorry, 9.25 billion higher, and then we have 13 billion lower. So that means, in my opinion, we may be going down lower. So don't be surprised if we do go lower, as I just mentioned in the earlier TA, because of the over leveraged loans. And that means I'm about to close my trades because I don't want to get clapped up. We're looking pretty good on 30 minutes. All right. I'll get out of my trades if we break down lower. Here we got a green dot here. 20 flow headed up, 30-minute headed up, RSI stochastic RSI heading up. So we may be good for now, but if we get down any lower, I'm definitely selling my positions and buying back lower, possibly 104 to 100,000, as we already discussed in TA, because of the bear flag here. Well, actually, 111. But if we do come down lower, 104. Damn. If we came down to 104, that'd be crazy. That's a long way down. My goodness. The only thing that I think could make it go down is war, or if they cut rates. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so let's go back to CoinGlass. All right, so that's that. Looks like the 7 day outlook. 7 day outlook for BTC. We have longs to be clapped at 100, or shorts to be clapped. Sorry, at 130 as well. It's going to be about 10 billion. 7 day, it's going to be 6 billion at 105. And this last 7 days, one day we have about equal 105, 1.27. All right, so my opinion is that we had a little bit lower, and then we had higher. We're gonna have to wait and see. So boom, had to look that up real quick because I forgot to go into CoinGlass. I haven't been on CoinGlass in a minute. Scratch that. All right, and now boom. All right, so lawsuits on lawsuits on lawsuits. I want to let you guys know that I am extending the discount. What I'm going to do is this: if you guys do want to sue and defend like a pro, what we'll do is you only have to pay for the federal lawsuit, and I'll draft everything for you, and then we'll work out a settlement agreement on the back end. But what I'll do for you is that if you want to sue and you don't want to do it on your own and learn and take the course, you can hire us to do it. Then I'll help you sue and defend like a pro, right? Whether you're being sued or whether you want to sue, you'll get. I'll let you guys get the course, and then again, if you guys want help to, if you guys want to help to sue, just let me know. We'll definitely help you out, take care of everything, handle everything for you guys. So I love the litigation part of things. I love suing these companies. I love how I just love the whole lawful and legal process. So if you guys want to sue anybody, you can do it on your own with our course, or you can hire us to do it on, and that would be you just have to pay to file a lawsuit. We'll handle the rest for you, and then we'll talk about the split on the back end. But yeah, our another one of our services here that we offer. It's our private group here, and the private group we're going to be offering again, helping you out with your lawsuits if you need it. We have asset protection with your trust. So if you want to get your trust set up, we definitely have credit restoration and business funding. So if you need help with that, just make sure that you click the link in the bio as well for that. Let me make sure that's in there. Should be in there. Yeah, boom. Perfect. Boom. But yeah, if you're not willing to sue guys, if you're not really ready to take it to the next level, then you know, again, the other video that is now taken down, I was pretty much breaking down why you should sue, why you should why you need to sue, why you need to learn about negotiable instruments, why you need to learn about the legal and lawful processes, and how, excuse me, and how to handle these banks and these corporations that take advantage of everybody, right? So don't let them take advantage of you. You can actually just sue them, and then they'll act right. We call suing the ultimate act right. The ultimate act right hack. about you. You been hurting me too much. I just wanna be with you. Can you hear to the end? I know I was supposed not again, not again. Can you hear me leave all the go? Can you me stop it, turn around? Can you hear my silly stuff when I lay low? Can you hear me cut on this so fucking loud? Baby, you think you in my way? Falling out of one from all the case, I was finding my way. Me and my low too sweet, I just go 5 hours a day for the day. Making sure I'm clean, she know that I feel ashamed. No, this one I want my heart, it ain't nowhere on my pain. Once I'm all that I was good, right now I ain't gon' change. Don't have to pull her as you come up and I'm gonna do things. You let my music go my way when I've been going insane. I'm losing my motion, finna be running right back to my door. For 2 hours without no shows, I saw the day, I won't see it. Ain't no one's put on me, I'm in the sun, yeah, to get clean. I'ma let you leave right now, like this, help me love, baby. I don't give a fuck about too much, I only care about you. You been hurting me too much, I just wanna be with you. Can you head on to the end? I know I was supposed not again, not again. Can you hear me leave all the house? Can you me stop it, turn around? Can you hear my silly stuff when I lay low? Can you hear me cut on this so fucking loud? Don't y'all like that? I make stuff supposed. Now y'all pretty, gotta make it rid of it. This ain't the time I told you. Now I made you cry, now I feel illiterate. Bitch, I ain't trying to write no song. See, way too damn pretty, I won't call her phone. Stone time right now, I can't, I'm feeling down. I call K3 back and I'm on and down. I can't see like K3 don't want me. I saw the zone out of my blazing. I done came up on some money. Oh, that's mine. She can show how you ain't gonna find it. I don't give a fuck about too much. I only care about you. You been hurting me too much. I just wanna be with you. Can you head on to the end? I know I was supposed not again, not again. Can you hear me leave all the house? All right. Suing it. We suing everybody. That's the hey, bitch, I'm a gangster. Hey, you gonna respect my man? I'm trying to tell her right now, Aaron. She thinks she's from a G5 or G. Okay. Baby, I've been on this train a long time. Never mind her wrong. She know I can't quit for sure. That's how I move. Oh, yes, I'm in my use no story. Brought a gun 1,000 years. I never hear and I call. Arrogance and I care. Fans and automatic. I ain't slugs in the cut in the trenches. For some years I grew that trouble. I made it no man. Right with the Yoda, protecting the spot with a making the trouble. I'm on the stage, my money ain't made. They caught on the seat, but wherever I'm hitting, I'm hitting with shit wherever you ain't now. Got this on the wood night down here. Ain't one of me, I'm standing the fish. Throwing the songs and I can't get out of here. I dance and they got on me, yeah. I'm sitting on the elbow. In the cartel, I'm full of committed and violent environment. Rocking design. They got a remote for the climate. And I'm in control of the temperature. On the hope when I took this position. That I'm accepting whatever come with it. Stressful as hell. And out of my shell. Teaching my son, it's part of the game. If I believe, take care of the system. I don't complain, I handle it. Being a man. I'm staying in these issues. I'm staying in the fixing. I've been showing love, baby, it's gone. You can't get my back on the train. You just got a text from my other lieutenant. Only excited whenever they hit me. And they had it anywhere I feel it. Come from the track, and shit, back to the level. I'm like, phone and this can go. I'm surrounded by beautiful women. Praying to God to choose you. And when you're not okay, look, you my soul belongs to me. I'm not ashamed. Girl, I'm not alone. She know I can't quit for sure. There's a elbow. Oh, yes, I'm in my use no story. Brought a gun 1,000 years. I never hear and I call. Arrogance and I care. Fans and out of my dog. I broke a piece of the road. I ain't fuck with the hell. I've been dipping with both. Keep that shit from my time. That's boys. The boys go hit it at 8. I don't talk when it's landing. I'm throwing out a drought. And I'm at the spot by the stove. Running out of the door. I'm controlling this bitch in no camera. 5 times they get the tall. Man, hit it from scratch for ain't going to bake. Put a stamp on. I'm gonna say the time ain't no bill. Put a stuck up and hit up with a cake on Kendall. We take a 50 and make $5 Angeles house, bitch. I'm rapping and trapping in here. I'ma hit it and stacking and get everything that I'm holding inside to the game. I'm the side with a boot doing time. 2 times on the shot. I feel it. That's another law. She know I can't cook for sure. That's an elbow. Oh, yes, I'm in my use no start. But brothers on thousands, ain't never in I told. Play with this and I kill. They was calling my phone. Said I had a mom. Nigga, I got 816. What I said I had a phone. I'm coming out of the one. Nigga, I got the flaws. Nigga, wish I had a mo. She ain't got no little man. Now she ain't got me no more.
All right, we're gonna read this. All right, Grant Cardone's. I don't like Grant Cardone. To be honest with you, I don't like you, Grant. My intuition tells me you're a little scammer. You've been a little scammer. But let's read what's going on here. Not only that, we also tried to tell you about Bitcoin 4 years ago, and you didn't listen. So good luck to you, Bucko. Grant Cardone's strategic $230 million bid for a premium Boca Raton multifamily complex. How much? Okay, NOI must be nice. All right, so has submitted a compelling $230 million stalking horse bid for a prestigious 101, 101, yep, 101 via Miners Apartments, a 366 unit luxury complex in the heart of Boca Raton's premium real estate corridor. Significant acquisition attempts represents more than just another real estate transaction. It's a calculated move that demonstrates how experienced investors are capitalizing on market distress while positioning for the recovery phase that the industry and experts anticipate will begin earnest earnest during 2025. Understanding the 101 via Mindsner Opportunity, the 14-story luxury apartment complex at 101 East Camino Real represents one of Boca Raton's most coveted address is valued at 272.5 million according to court documents. The property has found itself in a Chapter 11 reorganizing proceedings after Penn, Florida companies led by Mark G faced challenges with a $145 million mortgage that matured without a successful refinancing. So that's what's happening. A lot of these people are coming to refinance, and because they have to refinance at higher rates, they are in a position where you know they're paying more versus what they were originally paying when they first got the loan. So when it's time for them to refinance, or when it's time for them to pay back what they borrowed, they're paying more, right? So that's putting everybody in a very tight position. So real estate, Grant Cardone's real estate all cash offer position the company favorably in the upcoming June 16 auction. The deal structured includes a substantial $20 million deposit that will be credited towards the final purchase price, along with proactive measures, including a $2 million termination fee and $100,000 expense reimbursement should any other bidder emerge victorious. The strategic approach aligns perfectly with buildings that are mismanaged and likely to present buying opportunities that they were the most distressed where most distress exists today. The property's prime location on 3.1 acres in central Boca Raton makes it particularly attractive to investors seeking premium assets at below market value. All right, so let's continue. I don't want to read this. Let's go ahead here. Cardone's innovation, combining real estate with cryptocurrency. What sets this acquisition apart is Cardone's innovative approach to investors' participation. Beyond offering minority stakes in a Boca Raton property, he's simultaneously providing access to 1,000 Bitcoin. Um, this dual asset strategy reflects the growth trending in diversified alternative investments. I'll pay cash for both and then let the investors invest in a purchase of what is arguably the best location, all of Boca. This approach demonstrates how modern real estate syndicators are evolving beyond traditional property only offerings to create a more comprehensive investment opportunity. The integration of the cryptocurrency with the real estate investment represents a significant shift on how investors can participate in both traditional and digital assets classes simultaneously. Cordone's previous success in raising 800, oh, 88, I'm about to say, it's like about to say, he raised 800 million. Woo! Now he only raised 88.1, which is still okay, cool. 88 million for similar combined investments, including a $15 million in Bitcoin and a 73 million Central Florida apartment project, validates this innovative approach. Hmm. By combining, so here, how does Grant Cardone's Bitcoin integration strategy benefit real estate investors? By combining real estate and cryptocurrency exposure, investors gain diversification across both traditional asset classes within a single investment vehicle. This approach provides exposure to two asset classes that have historically shown a low correlation, potentially reducing overall portfolio volatility. Okay, so based on that, I'm going to take this, I'm going to go over to ChatGPT here, and we're going to ask Chat, how can we implement this into our strategy, or how can we do this on a smaller scale, or how can we do this in general? That's the question we need to be asking, right? Once we read these things and see what he's doing, I don't like Chat. I mean, I don't like Grant at all, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. It is a smart move. But let's see, how can we, or the average person, how do I make this up? How do I make this up? By let's go to that agents. Agent book. How can the average? I'm not average, but person implement the same strategy, combining RE and Bitcoin and raise capital and invest in smaller multifamily units lawfully, step by step, with actionable steps. It's going to take a while to. It's going to take a while for that to go through, but let's go back to the actual. $31. Okay, I'm about to get one right now. Damn. A solo miner just won the modern day lottery, solving an entire block worth $350,000. Wow. Look at that. I'm about to purchase one right now. I think I'm playing. What? Your Prime? Yeah, I don't need Prime Code. $31 for oh yeah. Oh yeah, we running. We running in. When I get my settlement checks, I'm about to rack up on a bunch of these little bad boys. I'm about to have a whole little section dedicated in the crib to straight mining, and I want to do a crazy mining setup. Can you imagine hitting a block? Yeah, man, I need that. I need that. I might have to get two. Beef ribeye whole boneless A5 wagyu. How many pounds? 5 pounds. 5.8 pounds. 350. Woo. Okay, you gonna get two of them bad boys, and I gotta get this book too. Even though I already know about IULs, I want to get this book. All right. So with that being said, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. I think I've covered enough here. We've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes, so yeah, I try to keep it within the hour time frame, especially since I'm not really teaching anything today. Let me see if there's anything in my tabs I want to go over with you guys. Hmm. A ton of tabs open, but let's see. We have. Yeah, I don't want to see this. This is lawsuit stuff. Y'all ain't about that life, man. Y'all ain't about suing nobody. But I tell you what, if you guys do want to learn, I do recommend that you guys go check out Brother Isaiah. Let me share this tab right here. Brother Isaiah, he is it's going to be building better minds on YouTube, and then he has like a paid subscription, so you're not really going to get. He has a ton of videos, but you're not going to get what you need unless you pay for the subscription. So I highly recommend that you listen to Brother Isaiah. Um, and of course, there's other people out there as well. I personally like Brother Isaiah over a lot of other people, but that's just me. We also use Manus, of course. We're also looking at ChatGPT. Let's see the chat. Where chat's at. Okay, chat already taking forever with this. I use Manus, I use chat. But let me actually chat a different one. Actually, it take so long. All right, let's have chat read this out. Let me stop sharing it real quick, and then I'll open it back up because it doesn't really.
Here's a clear, no frills breakdown in simple English, getting right to the point, backed by facts and focusing on the strategic angle. What's going on? Grant Cardone's real estate investment group, based in Aventura, just made a bold $230 million stalking horse offer for 101 Via Misner Apartments, a luxury 366-unit apartment building in Boca Raton. Stalking horse means it's the first official bid in a bankruptcy sale, designed to set a baseline and deter lowball bids. Vera Vita Real Estate, why it matters. The deal is in bankruptcy court. The property is in a Chapter 11 restructuring after the previous owner, Penn Florida Companies, couldn't refinance a $145 million mortgage. Vera Vita Real Estate valuation versus bid. The building is valued at about $272.5 million, making Cardone's all-cash $230 million bid a strategic throw at a potentially distressed discount. Vera Vita Real Estate, the deal structure, smart moves. One, $20 million deposit right up front, which would go toward the final purchase price. Two, $2 million termination fee and $100,000 reimbursement for expenses if another buyer wins the auction. Vera Vita Real Estate, these elements protect Cardone's interests and give him a strong position in the upcoming auction set for June 16. Timing is everything. Why now? Market experts predict a recovery cycle in 2025. Investors like Cardone are jumping in to snap up undervalued, distressed assets ahead of the rebound. Vera Vita Real Estate multifamily supply is limited. New apartment construction is down sharply, 74% below 2021 peak and 30% below pre-pandemic norms. That scarcity lifts the value of well-located existing properties. Vera Vita Real Estate. Grant Cardone's perspective, African-owned, reportedly said 101 via Misner and Bitcoin kind. He's blending real estate with alternative assets, something he's known for through his 10x platform. Vera Vita Real Estate. Bottom line, no sugarcoating. Cardone is playing chess, not checkers. He's making a calculated protective bid on a high-value property showing signs of distress. The structure of his offer, deposit plus termination fee reimbursement, gives him a near-premium position. The timing is savvy. He's targeting a property during a market dip, with demand projected to ramp up later in 2025. This isn't just another purchase, it's a strategic move to seize control under favorable terms with an eye toward both recovery and future investor opportunities. That's the full breakdown, straight to the facts, no fluff. Let me know if you want to analyze the legal or financial fallout from the auction, or compare this strategy to past bankruptcy real estate plays.
What are you thinking about, man? I'm trying to stop it. Stop thinking. Probably have to open up a new chat. Oh, thank you. All right, let's read. I know I'm right, which is why we asked you. You're right. The Bitcoin is the engine of the whole play. Obviously, here's the blunt of the law, and here's the blunt law and facts breakdown. Then exactly how to run smaller, lawful version of yourself, which I asked in a previous chat. So I don't know if it's because I was asking simultaneously that it decided to answer it in this separate chat, which is fine. But I didn't do an agent, and agents usually take a little bit more time. But I don't like the update on the mm, Chat GPT 5.0 or whatever, but I think that's what we're on too, which I don't. Which I don't yet. I don't Chat GPT 5. I don't really like 5. I like thinking. Boom. Gotta upgrade again. I'm already upgraded. It's just 200. It's the 200. Yeah. Yeah. No. Good on that. I'll do that when I'm ready to level do some next level stuff. But anyways, let's continue. What Cardone is actually doing? Deal facts. His team set up a $230 million staking horse bid. All right, we know that. The Bitcoin plot twist or the Bitcoin twist. He paired real estate raise with a Bitcoin treasury of 1,000 Bitcoin, offering investors exposure to both the apartment and 1,000 BTC with an 8% preferred return and regulation D506C, which is for accredited investors only. The page spell us out how to use the monthly rent cash flow to accumulate more BTC, $5 million target, minimum check, 5 million target raise, 200 million. Trade pressing and Cordone's own post repeated that the $1,000 plus broker structure and the condo conversion optionality. Why this matters. The apartment throws off steady cash yield. BTC adds symmetric upside in 2025. Accounting rules also let you carry crypto at fair value, no more in par only, which makes the optics of BTC Treasury far cleaner or financials. So since I don't know what that means, I'm gonna copy that and ask chat what that means. I say explain. Boom. Legal rails this ride on. Legal rails this rides on. If you're selling a security, which I've been telling y'all about securities, you guys should know you are selling a security. Investors' interest in the syndicate fund slash LLC are investment contracts under the Howey test. So offering it must fit and exempt or be registered. Okay. Which exemption Grant uses? He uses Regulation D 506C, which generally solicit but every purchaser must be accredited and you must verify that. You still file a Form D and handle state notice filings. Bitcoin legal status and bundle. Bitcoin itself is a commodity, not a security. So you would only need a security for the actual real estate portion of this based on what I'm reading. You can generally solicit, here, boom. Bitcoin itself is a commodity, not a security, and agency guidance. Your investment contract is the security. The BTC inside the vehicle does not change. Howie. Okay. Repeat that again. Per CFTC versus McDonald and agency guidance, your investment contract is a security. I've been telling y'all that. Contracts are securities, whether they're private or public. It's still securities. We need to find out. Y'all need to be looking into this terminology, security. I used to hear Bitcoin's secure or altcoins securities, securities this, securities that. I didn't really even understand it, even though I heard it. We heard it like all throughout the Biden administration. Even then, I didn't know what I know now, especially about the contracts and stuff. So crazy. SEC's 2024 approval of spot Bitcoin ETPs underscore mainstream treatment of BTC as a non-security asset underlying registered products. So FASB ASU 2023-08, effective fiscal years after December 15, 2024, requires fair value accounting for crypto, better profit and loss transparency for the BTC sleeve. IRS, BTC is property. Capital gains / losses rules apply. Basis tracking matters. Enforcement climate. If the SEC ever accuses you of fraud, civil penalty cases must go to federal court. Jury right, not all in house. Killed Chevron's deferreds. Let's see. And why Bitcoin is the most important part of play. We already know that cash flow into the Bitcoin flywheel. The building's net operating income, NOI. If you guys know real estate, you know what an NOI is. That services the debt and pays the 8% preferred and feeds a BTC DCA program over a long hold. Raising BTC can drive total returns far beyond real estate yield. So he's basically taking advantage of the ignorant people that don't know about BTC. And I'm not hating on that or mad about that, right? Do what you got to do to get your bread. But if those real estate investors were actually wise and smart, they would actually just buy BTC and skip out on the entire real estate portfolio in general, unless their overall strategy is to do what? Cash flow. Because that's the most important thing for servicing the debt, right? You have to service the debt with the builder's NOI. NOI means your net operating income, which would be after all the expenses. So let's just say they're making, well, it's actually not even, how much is it cash flowing? That's the question, right? How much is it cash flowing? Hmm. So just for an example, on a smaller scale, let's say you're doing 100,000 in Bitcoin and 100, and like, let's say you're doing 500,000 in Bitcoin, and then 500,000 on a smaller unit, right? So that's $1 million, right? Boom. Let's just say the $500,000 apartment complex, for an example, that you're getting has an NOI of you would have to pay. I would have to do some math here. 3 divided by you put 20% down, right? 20% of 500,000 is what? It's okay. So only 100,000. Boom, 100,000. And let's just say so you got to put down 100,000. You have to finance the rest, right? 400,000. For out of the 400,000, let's just say you're getting each. Just say you're getting a 10. I don't know. We just have to do some random numbers here. So let's just say you got a 25 unit apartment. 25 unit times they're paying what 3,000 a month. No, it's too much. 2,500 a month. 62,000 a month times 12. 62,000 times 12. Okay. That wouldn't happen. That's a crazy deal. I don't know how to. I'm not going to be able to give you guys the numbers at this exact time because again, we would have to see what the numbers are for this. But NOI is the net operating income. So whatever that he gets from the rents, minus all the expenses such as taxes, such as the loans, such as obviously also the 8% that he's going to be paying out to the investors. So all that net operating income is after everything, after all the expenses are paid, and pays the obviously the 8%, and then you would DC into BTC. So that makes sense. So that's the core alpha thesis behind his pitch. Exit optionality: real estate can be refinanced, condo converted, or sold, while the BTC sleeve can be held, rebalanced, or distributed. Two levers to monetize it at different points of the cycle. Makes sense. Let's see. Market plus compliance compatibility. 506C lets him market loudly to a huge audience as long as every buyer is accredited and verified. Pair that with a cleaner GAAP. What did I tell you guys in the last video that I just did? I just talked about this. Did y'all listen? Did y'all hear the video? Did y'all watch the video? Anyways, for BTC, and you have compliant media friendly product. Pair that with a cleaner GAAP for BTC. You have a compliant media friendly product. So that means all we have to do is make sure that we can do the same thing and market to investors. We just have to make sure that they're what regulated and or they're here regulation D506, which is listed to the investors, the accredited investors. Boom. How to run the same play, step by step, small scale. Assume a $2 to $15 million garden style deal, 20 to 80 units, and a 250 to $1.5 million Bitcoin sleeve. Choose your exemption up front. Don't wing it. We can do Regulation D, which again, accredited investors only. Uses if you have high net worth network. Boom. Regulation D506B, quiet raise up to 35 non-credited, but they are sophisticated, non-general solicitation. Heavier disclosure, still file Form D. Uses if you have pre-existing relationships. Regulation CF, up to $5 million per year. Real escrow portal, retail allowed. Or Regulation A, Tier 2, up to 75 million, costly, timely, and heavy time heavy, and if you reach non-credited at scale, different obligations submitted for briefly. Okay, so moral obligations. Homer Stack issues securities to investors, owns the multifamily, ring fence digital assets, no proprietary exchange activity, which means you're not trading. This is just buying. Separation simplifies accounting, banking, audits, and avoids accidental MSB activity while you're not in the business of money transmission. Manager LLC, you drafted PPM, personal private memorandum. I'm not sure what that is. Operating agreement, subscription docs, and investor stability, verification workflow. Write a real BTC investment policy. This is where most amateurs fail. Boom, boom, boom. Underwrite the real estate contract conservatively so that the BTC upside, not a crutch, is not a crutch. And then this disclose like a hawk, spell out BTC volatility. Boom, boom. Prominently disclose verification transfers. Follow when needed. Then market if operate the firewall, and then plan exits on 2 clocks. He didn't just buy. Well, he didn't buy anything. He's trying to buy. But if he so Cordone didn't just buy an apartment complex they're trying to buy. He bottled a BTC engine into cash flowing hard assets and used Regulation C to broadcast it legally to accredited investors. The buildings funds the Bitcoin supercharges the equity, and in 2025 accounting rules make the whole thing far more presentable on financials. If you copy it at a smaller scale, treat it like securities offering first, a real estate deal second, and Bitcoin exposure third in that order. That's how you keep it lawful and make the flywheel work. If you want, I can sketch a model term sheet, cap, waterfall, Bitcoin sleeve, limits, DTA triggers that you can drop straight into a PPM. Boom. So this is what I be at. See what I'm saying, guys? Like this is how you supposed to like. This is how you do research. This is how you utilize ChatGPT, right? Because I'm actually already doing this, but I've told you guys this. But instead of you doing it utilizing a property, I've been, telling you guys pretty much how to do it with Misty, right? So you're taking Misty, you're using the Misty to spit out dividends. You use the dividends to buy more Bitcoin, and then you do half into Bitcoin and half into Misty, and then you just keep that flywheel going, right? I don't know if that video's up. I think I still have that video up. I didn't really go into too much detail in that video, but definitely check it out. But I do have that thread on X, obviously, in the um, Misty community. But you got to remember that was a couple months ago. So thousands of people posting in that group. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to find it, but I went over an explicit play on how y'all can utilize Misty to cash flow without without all this not having to do all this, right? But you can do this. This is just going to take a little bit more. Obviously, you gotta have that fan base. You got to be able to make sure you're doing everything right and lawfully right, regulated, and make sure you're filling out everything correctly and doing everything that you need to do legally, and pitch to accredited investors, and then there you go. But I think we could. I'm not gonna go too much more into it. I'm gonna do my own little thug dizzle. Do my own little thug dizzle. All right, so that's gonna be it because I've been on here a while now. We uh, talked a little bit about the lawsuits. We went over TA. But just make sure that you guys, if you guys need help with anything, I'm really only here to help you guys out, inform you guys, let you guys know what I'm doing, keep you guys updated. We have settlements from LPNV, we got settlements from Equifax, we got another settlement offering our settlement discussions with TransUnion. And so, again, we have a couple other lawsuits as well, especially the Chrysler Dodge Jeep LLC that I just showed you guys as well, because they did not allow me to sign as an agent and also did not allow me to sign uh, without recourse, which is unlawful. And so, therefore, they're going to get it, right? Because they cannot, if you do something wrong, they're going to sue you, right? If you do anything wrong, you get sued right away, no questions asked, right? So you need to have that same energy if they do wrong to you. So with that being said, click the link in the bio. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because I'm more active on Instagram than I am on Twitter. And then also make sure that you click the link in the bio again to get your fold card if you haven't already done so. Then go to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris, get $10 free so that way you can DCA as well. You can DCA on Cash App. You can DCA on a lot of different places, right? So we just got to make sure that we're doing the best that we can, stacking our Bitcoin and chilling because we understand what Bitcoin is. Not XRP, not ETH. Yes, you can make more of dirty fiat with those uh, instruments, is what I call them, or alternative coins or S coins, right? But the point of you don't want to get more fiat, guys. That's the whole point of this is for you to exit fiat and to transition into a unit of account which grows exponentially forever, and therefore everything gets more affordable, more cheaper in Bitcoin versus everything getting more expensive in fiat currency. So with that being said, Bitcoin Chris checking out. Hope you guys had a great day. We're on here for about almost 2 hours, 1 hour 40 minutes. Hit that like, share, subscribe. If you have not yet, head over to youtube.com/@ Bitcoin Chris. Make sure that you guys are tuned in. Hit that like, share, subscribe for me, please. Retweet if you're watching on X for me, please. I showed you guys the bonds that I created, the private promissory notes, the bills of exchanges. You need to understand that there is no money in our system. There's only credit. Even the note that you're using and the dollar that you're using is a debt note. A note is, evidencing a debt that needs to be repaid. You can't pay a debt with a debt. You need to redeem in lawful money. 12 USC 411. You need to learn about a lot of these things, guys, and it's going to take time. And if you want to be a slave, then you can continue to do what you've been doing. But you cannot look at your parents and say, okay, well, some people are fortunate, right? Some people have parents that have that worked a good job, and they were able to do so, right? The dollar was so much stronger; they were able to get a house, able to get a car, all that good stuff back in the day, right? Because the dollar was so much stronger. But now we can't do those same things, right? We can't buy the same things that we can buy less with the same dollar, and we're just getting pimped out. To be honest with you, so if you're tired of being pimped out, if you're tired of being a slave, if you're tired of being taken advantage of and having to work harder and harder for this to buy the same things that you could buy a couple years ago. Uh, you know, you can opt out. You can buy assets. You can buy Bitcoin. You can you can definitely start a business, and you can do things like what we just went over here. You see how Grant Cardone's doing it on a larger scale. You can do it on a smaller scale, right? And then you just follow the rules and the laws in play, and just do it the right way, and then you could also do the same things, guys. So that's what I tell people. A lot of people complain about rich people and don't like rich people, and I tell everybody the same thing, especially on my Facebook, because Facebook family is super poor minded because they pass over opportunities repeatedly, uh, especially Bitcoin. But if you can, but the point is that I tell everybody you can do the same thing, and how you can do the same thing is by simply doing what I just did: is going on ChatGPT and asking it how to break it down or show me how to do it on a smaller scale, or how I can do this in my life with your budget. You got to utilize the data and the information here, because you should not be struggling. If you are struggling, it's A, because you want to struggle, or B, because you're sacrificing to have a better future. So with that being said, Bitcoin Chris checking out. God loves you. I love you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, please hit that like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that like on X and retweet on X if you're able to, because somebody needs to see this or just hear this, right? Or see the TA, or, you know, wants to sue somebody, or they're being sued and they need the help. They need the help, right? They don't know what to do. Don't not answer, because if you don't answer, like I said earlier, in the summons, when you're summoned to court, you have to have an answer to the complaint. If you do not answer the complaint, you lose by default. So God willing, this company has until next Monday to respond, and if they don't, they're in default, which means I get automatically get $100,000, because that's how much my claim is for, right? So boom. Yeah, with that being said, take what shit. I hope you got what I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down, and I hope this was helpful for you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.